There's a rhythm to a repair shop, the hiss of air compressors, the clank of a dropped wrench, the low thrum of engines being tested. For many, it's the sound of a productive day. But behind the familiar noises and routines of an automotive repair shop lies a landscape filled with risks that are often overlooked simply because they've become part of the background. Take the hydraulic lift. It's the backbone of many modern repair bays. But in Saskatchewan in 2022, a mechanic was crushed when a lift failed during a tire rotation. Investigators found the safety locks weren't fully engaged. The tech had done the job 100 times before, but that day, one step was missed. One moment of assumed safety became a tragedy. Observation in this environment means slowing down just enough to notice what others have stopped seeing. Lifts without lockouts, jack stands not being used, brake dust floating in the air without respirators in sight. Each small miss adds up. In Texas, a repair shop fire made national headlines when a worker used a solvent to clean parts near a live welding station. The fumes ignited and the blaze destroyed the building. No one had connected the dots between the open can and the arc sparks. It's easy to overlook proximity when you're focused on productivity. Slip and trip hazards are everywhere. Fluids spill, tools scatter. In a Canadian shop, a service advisor walked into the bay to check on a customer request and slipped on a small patch of coolant. She shattered her elbow. It wasn't part of her job to be there, but there was no posted warning, no absorbent material, no quick response. Chemical exposure often flies under the radar. Brake cleaner, degreasers, battery acid. These aren't just nuisances, they're long-term health risks. In a study conducted across multiple U.S. states, over 40% of auto techs reported respiratory symptoms linked to chronic exposure. But in too many shops, ventilation is poor, and gloves are worn only some of the time. Noise is another underestimated hazard. Between impact wrenches, engine testing, grinders, and music systems, decibel levels routinely exceed safe thresholds. But hearing protection is rarely enforced. Like many hazards, the damage accumulates slowly until it's permanent. Observation also means watching how people interact with each other. In India, a younger mechanic was asked to assist with a clutch replacement. He didn't feel confident but said yes to avoid embarrassment. He didn't know to disconnect the battery. The resulting arc caused burns to his hands and face. Psychological safety matters too. Electrical hazards are real and often hiding in plain sight. Frayed cords, unmarked breakers, battery chargers plugged into overloaded strips. In Australia, a fire in a suburban repair shop traced back to a heat gun left plugged in overnight. The switch had stuck in the on position. A safety observation could have flagged the habit of leaving equipment plugged in after hours. Then there are the more subtle risks. Fatigue during back-to-back jobs, rushing to meet quotas, skipping PPE to save time. In the UK, a technician suffered severe burns after hot oil splashed during a rushed oil change. He wasn't wearing gloves or sleeves. The customer had arrived late, and he was trying to catch up. And falling parts, those deserve more attention than they get. In Ontario, a technician was replacing a muffler assembly on a lifted vehicle when the final bolt let go unexpectedly. The entire system dropped, striking his shoulder and knocking him off balance. He fractured his wrist, trying to break the fall. The part hadn't been properly supported during removal. He assumed gravity would cooperate, that his timing would be just right, but assumptions aren't a safety plan. Across the globe in New Zealand, a suspension spring compressed with a manual clamp slipped during disassembly. It launched with enough force to break a mechanic's jaw. The technician had been using outdated equipment and working solo after hours, trying to help a friend on a side job. The shop's proper compressor was locked away. The injury left him unable to work for months. Even something as routine as removing a tire can turn into a hazard. In a shop in California, a tech suffered a concussion when a poorly balanced rim tipped from a nearby rack as he was torquing another wheel. The rack wasn't secured. It had been wobbly for weeks. Everyone knew it, but no one flagged it. Until it collapsed. These kinds of incidents are subtle reminders that falling parts aren't just about the parts themselves. They're about the systems around them. Securing, supporting, and anticipating movement are all part of the observation mindset. The small things become big things. Great observation practices in shops can include end-of-day walkthroughs, shared whiteboards for hazards, buddy checks before lifting tasks, and designated zones for flammable materials. In Germany, some facilities have adopted augmented reality glasses that overlay checklists onto a mechanic's field of view during complex tasks. It's not about over-policing, it's about embedding safety into the workflow, because every repair shop is a dance of tools, time, and trust. And the best observations come from those who know the choreography well enough to notice when a step is out of place. So, what do you watch for in your shop? Do you pass by the eye wash station every day without checking if it's actually accessible, only to realize in a critical moment that it's blocked by a tool chest or a stack of tires? Have you ever reached for the MSDS binder only to find it buried under paperwork, outdated, or worse, completely missing? That binder isn't just paperwork, it's your first line of defense when a spill happens or someone gets exposed. And what about the habits you see every day? The shortcuts seasoned techs take because they know what they're doing? The kind of things they'd never let a first-year apprentice get away with, but that quietly slip into routine when no one's watching. These are the quiet red flags, the ones that don't shout until it's too late, the ones that hide behind normalcy, and they only get found when someone is truly looking. That's where you come in, because the safety culture of a shop doesn't come from posters on the wall. It comes from the people who refuse to look away. In our next episode, we're taking a closer look at safety observations in landscaping and groundskeeping, a field where ride-on mower rollovers, heat exposure, and wildlife encounters are just part of the daily risk landscape. From lone worker challenges to overlooked noise hazards, we'll dig into what makes safety observations in this industry so critical. This series is far from over. We'll continue diving into safety observations across industries to keep learning, sharing, and making every workplace safer. This is Safety Smart HQ. If you've seen something in a repair shop that made you pause, tell us in the comments. Your story might be what stops the next incident. Thanks for being part of this growing community.